Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Fred Turner. I'm the director of the program, and it is my pleasure and honor to be working with these students and to be helping graduate them today. Up here on the stage with me, I have Dr. Kyoko Sato, associate director. I'm going to say more about these gentlemen in a moment, but I have Mr. Walter Vicente on the far end. Vicente, he's the original founder of the program. And Professor Robert McGinn, who directed the program for many years and was my predecessor. As we get underway, please join me also in a thank you for all the people who made this occasion possible. Our marvelous staff, Stephanie Baker, Colleen McCallie, and Andrew Uyghur. All of our helpers, the amazing catering. Thank the people who helped put this on. So, let me just say a couple words about where we are. We are at the graduation of the fastest growing major at Stanford. Our graduates, as you will hear momentarily, go on to do amazing things. And, you know, folks ask me why we attract so many of Stanford's very strongest students. And the answer I give is that we're making an effort to be a liberal arts education for a time in which everyday life is suffused with science and technology. Our students graduate with a deep level of expertise in a given science or technological area, and at the same time, in a humanistic or social science area. We are the only major at Stanford to offer both a Bachelor of Arts degree and a Bachelor of Science degree. Allow me to say immodestly that we're working very hard to see the future here, and the future is sitting in the front 3 rows. With that note, it is my pleasure to continue a tradition that our program has. Our program elects its speakers from within. Our students have elected 2 student speakers. I'm going to ask them to come up, speak briefly to you, and then we will proceed to talking about the honors program and then on to the awarding of diplomas. So, let me welcome first, Stephen Greitzer. Let me also welcome at the same time, Shane Hegde.
I want you to close your eyes just for a moment and take a deep breath. Release your consciousness to me. Allow me to step into your mind. Imagine just for a moment that I am a grossly overweight, waspy, white, 60-year-old fat cat on Wall Street. Relaxed, I sit with my soulless colleagues and sip on $500 scotch in the cigar room of our country club.
Aw, Shane, don't you remember the days when we were in university? I majored in mathematics.
This display of pretension goes around the table.
Oh, indubitably. I studied the subject matter of political science. For me, it was economics. And you there, Shane?
Oh, I majored in science, technology, and society, with an emphasis in arts, crafts, and poetry.
This has never happened. Never. But before the dream collapses, let's dive deeper. Imagine that I'm in a golf cart with 4 Silicon Valley tech titans, trading college stories over a round of golf.
I majored in computer science. I majored in electrical engineering. And you, Stephen?
Well, I majored in science, technology, and society, with a concentration of books, ideas, and the world.
Yes.
We too were still in shock that you chose us to speak with you today.
Yes, we are utterly unworthy of this honor, and there are so many among our peers who would have delivered this final goodbye so well.
What is more, Shane and I have been best friends throughout the entirety of our college experience.
To be honest, one could say Stephen has been the perfect Bonnie to my Clyde.
And to be honest, exactly what we intend to be with you today. To be completely 100% honest.
So, Mrs. Greitzer,
And Mrs. Hegde, we would like to apologize for the 10 minutes ahead of us.
to all of the football players graduating with us today.
We would like to apologize.
During a football game in the fall of our sophomore year, Stephen and I noticed something peculiar. All of the trainers standing by the sidelines wore a standard Stanford athletic shirt, khaki pants, running shoes, and sunglasses. All items that we ourselves owned.
So before the home game against USC, we of course dressed as Dr. Goldenstein,
And Dr. Patel,
members of the Stanford training team that would of course be required on the sidelines for the entire duration of the game. With great costumes, a confident swagger and smile, we sauntered up past security rather easily and enjoyed the best seats in the house for the night.
to all those who have gifted us beautiful music in the new Stanford Band Concert Hall.
We would like to apologize.
The night of the dedication and the grand opening of the glorious concert hall, Stanford's most esteemed faculty and most famous alumni arrived for a historic night of celebration. Each guest wore his very best suit and tie, a warm smile, and their most expensive watch. All items that we ourselves own or could steal easily.
We knew we had no choice. We too enjoyed the evening, a glass of champagne, a round of caviar, and of course, front and center seats next to Mr. and Mrs. Bean. As surely the writer and photographer from the East Palo Alto Times needed to be on the list.
To those from Zurich, Switzerland, specifically an individual who owns a white boat named the Flugenhafen along the Lamont River shore.
We would really like to apologize.
To the Cosmopolitan Hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, the Palace Hotel in San Francisco, and to the entirety of the Republic of Serbia.
We would like to apologize.
And finally, to you, Stanford University.
We would like to apologize.
What you all must understand, however, is that these apologies, these countless apologies, are not sincere.
No, not at all. We technically didn't do anything illegal or immoral. These were not mistakes. We have no regrets.
So instead, we would like to apologize for the fact that we cannot apologize.
Perhaps one could say we are sorry that we are not sorry.
You see, the most important thing we have learned at Stanford has been how to trespass triumphantly.
To trespass is to venture where you do not belong, where you are not expected, perhaps where you are not welcome.
How many of you arrived on campus and discovered that your freshman roommate was an Olympic athlete?
Or invented science.
Or could put Mozart to shame on a piano he constructed out of foam core and hot glue after a long night at Illusions?
How many of you felt you did not belong here?
When you failed your first essay, or problem set, or final?
When your best friend failed his first essay.
Did you feel that you did not belong at Stanford? Today, as you sit among your fellow graduates and rise from Stanford student to Stanford alum, how many of you still feel that you do not belong?
We have been trespassing here since day one, but we have done so triumphantly. We have earned the self-confidence to declare that we do belong here. This is not our home, but our kingdom. That we will win and we will graduate from the university where we once did not belong.
What we all must understand, however, is that when we enter into the next chapter of our lives, as graduates of the STS department, we will be trespassing once again.
In fact, each and every one of us will be trespassing no matter where we go. There's no breed like us, STS graduates.
We speak in completely different terms of the Liturian collective, the cloud, the designer innovating, innovation, ideation, innovation, social, mobile, etho-political, virality, vitality.
You see, these words mean nothing. But because we are STS majors, we can make them sound important.
We speak slower and slower to emphasize baseless points and to lose our listeners in the soothing tones.
We get faster and faster and louder to emphasize our ill-based technical understandings crescendo.
We will forever be the unexpected, the misunderstood, and perhaps the unwelcome. We will forever be trespassing in the adventures we embark on.
The real world, life, will likely be much harder than the 4 years we just finished. The rules constructed by those who came before us, those with graying hair.
We see you, Fred Turner.
They did not count us in their plans. In fact, they will likely continue to count us out.
We have no choice but to do what we did here.
To disregard the rules imposed by others onto us, the expectations and assumptions that constrict our dreams, the obstacles that hinder our pursuits.
Because when life gives you lemons, make lemon lime for locos.
Through STS, we were empowered to pursue everything. And while that made it difficult for us to pick a final career path, it has also created this, the most diverse graduating student body out of any major department at Stanford.
Project managers and entrepreneurs,
Healthcare clinicians and musicians.
teachers, and even a casino analyst who specifically will be trespassing triumphantly.
Now we only have a couple minutes left to impart some knowledge as graduation speakers today. And of course, we are obliged to present you with some classic graduation platitudes.
Dream big.
Dream big dreams.
Take your big dreams and dream bigger than these. Your biggest dreams aren't good enough.
Risks.
Take them, and when shit starts hitting the fan, don't turn around, just run.
The wind of freedom blows.
I heard that this morning and I don't even know what that
Fail!
means. Yes, fail.
Wait, no, that doesn't really make any sense. That's for the chumps who are getting the home bio degrees right.
Gotcha. Make mistakes.
But absolutely lie to get out of any trouble and take your fault to granted.
Try many new things.
Actually, at this point, stop trying things. This major has allowed us to do that for way too long. Eventually, we're gonna have to figure out what to do with our lives.
Schmoozy, as they shockingly call Steve-O, has been trying to get me to say goodbye for the last 2 weeks. But yesterday, our big boy finally decided he wouldn't need it.
It's not that I don't need it, Shane. It's just that I don't really think there's a reason for it.
And that's because I'll see him a year from now when we both quit our jobs and start a tech company together.
And I'll see you when you're the best man at my wedding.
And
When you give the drunkest and most obnoxious speech in the time.
Okay, and I'll see you when your kids ask your wife how long unmarried Uncle Shane will be living in the garage.
This evening, we'll be asked to say many goodbyes, closing out our 4 years on the farm.
Next year, we will be forced to make and create characters anew, making friends and a home in our new cities.
Today, we shared our stories
Romanced on our own bromance,
and sarcastically walk through the messages everyone tells you on days like today.
because we want you to realize that you are leaving this sandstone country club into the unknown, and a degree from the Science, Technology, and Society Department at Stanford University should provide you with the confidence that will enable you to craft your own path, to create a career and a livelihood based entirely on your own interests.
In this palatial setting, amongst these hanging palms, we are not the average or the ordinary. The world will not place opportunity at our fingertips, but we've been programmed to achieve, excel, and innovate on the grandest of scales.
As we leave the comforts of our farm and venture into the unknown, know that you've been prepared to trespass triumphantly.
Aww.
Congratulations.